Good morning, everybody. Here we are. It's time for our maths meeting again. And I love maths, so I'm happy. And I know that we all love maths, so we're all happy, hopefully. And we're going to start with thinking about what day it is today. And if I said to you, well, yesterday was Wednesday, and tomorrow is going to be Friday, would you work out that today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? You're right, it's Thursday, in between Wednesday and Friday. If you look at the circle on the screen, you'll see that Wednesday's the red one, that was yesterday. Thursday's at the top under the word today, and Friday is under the word tomorrow. So we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Next up is our numeral. It's 2 digits, and here it comes. Any idea what number this is? What would we call that if we saw it written up on the board? If you said it's the number 22, you're absolutely right. 2 digits, a 2 and a 2. So the 2 on the left, if we had to put Numicon tiles underneath, would have how many? It would have 2 blue Numicon tiles because it's 2 sets of 10. On the right hand side is the numeral 2, and that means just a 2 plate, 2 tile, because it's just 2 ones. And I can show you that here. 2 10s on the left hand side and 2 ones on the right hand side. So if you were going to show me that, you could show me like this: 10, 20, 2. Our shape of today. Our shape of today. Is it a 3D shape or a 2D shape? You think it's 2D, and you're absolutely right. And this shape is called a semicircle. It's a circle that's been cut in half. So semi means half a circle. It's got a straight line on the top and a curved line on the bottom. A semicircle. Let's see where we might see a semicircle in our homes or out and about. Oh, well, we might see it as a pattern on something like a duvet cover. We might see a semicircle when we cut an orange in half and then a slice through. Cars going in and out of a tunnel, and look at the shape of the tunnel. It's a semicircle. Finally, a semicircle that we've seen lots of recently because it makes us think good things about the coronavirus and how we're all coping brilliantly at home. It's a rainbow. A rainbow is a semicircle. Here go our red dots. Oh, did I say red? Green dots. Green dots. Let's have another look. Do you think you counted how many, or could you work out how many just by looking at them? I'm going to show you again. I think I saw 4 and 4. So altogether, 4 and 4 makes 4, 5, 6, 8. Fantastic. Well done if you figured out that there were 8 green dots. Now we're going to move on to our 10 frames. We've got 2 today, so let's fill up that bottom one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's our 10. And how many more have we got? 11, 12, 13. I think that would mean we'd be showing 10 fingers, just like this little boy here, and 3 fingers, just like this little girl. 10 and 3. 10 and 3 together make 13. Now, let's have a look at these 13. going to try and write that number sentence like we've been doing this week. We've got the 10 and the 3, 13 purple dots. How many empty squares? Should we count? 1, 2, that's the 2 next to the 3 on the bottom row. So 1, 2, top row all empty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 13 plus or add 7 equals, absolutely right, it's a number bond to 20 because all the squares together are 20. Right, and I'm just going to ask you, once you've had a quick look at how we think of numbering these squares in the 10 frames, have a quick look. I'm going to show you some purple dots and one yellow one. Tell me where the yellow one is. What number square is the yellow one on? Any ideas? I'll show you again quickly. Oh, you can work it out, I think. 10 squares full up onto the top 10 frame. 11, 12, 13, 14. The yellow dot is on number 15, the 15th square. So well done if you got that right. Now, what have we got next? Oh, odd one out. Odd one out. Let's have a look. What's that? Yeah, there's a kettle. Next picture. Oh, wooden spoons. Ah, do you know what this is? It's called a colander. It's for when you strain the water out of boiling potatoes or peas that you've been boiling in some water and you don't want the water anymore, you just want the peas. So you pour your saucepan into the colander and all the water drains through into the sink and you're left with the peas or potatoes or whatever inside the colander. So that's a colander. Okay, I'm beginning to have an idea where we're at, what room we're in. Oh, a mug. Might have tea in it, might have coffee in it, but it's a mug. Have a quick look at that and see if you know what that does. Have you seen one before? Have you got one at home? I use mine for grating cheese or carrots, things like that. It's a grater. And the last picture, oh, okay, I've got one of these. It's an apron. So what room do you think we'd find all these things in? These are all things that I find in my kitchen, useful for cooking and eating and so on. Now, odd one out. Oh, I've thought of one. This is to do with what things are made of, the material they're made of. And I'm looking at those wooden spoons and thinking, none of the other things on that page are made of wood. So the wooden spoons are the odd one out. Mind you, I've got another one. What do you think about the apron? Could that be an odd one out? Well, I think so, because you can wear an apron, but you can't wear a kettle. You can't tie a cheese grate around your waist. And you can't put a mug on your head like a hat. It isn't a hat, and it would be very odd if you did that. So I think the apron could be the odd one out, and it's the only thing made of cotton. I'm going to leave you with that picture. I think you might be able to come up with some other odd one outs, not just one. Okay, well, look, have a lovely weekend, and I will see you, think about seeing you, imagine you in front of me in the classroom on Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye for now.